Ryan Pensy with Seminoles.com with Myron Rolle. And Myron, you got an exciting opportunity coming up next week and to go down and spend some time with some young people with the Seminole Indian Tribe of Florida. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Well, it's going to be an awesome experience, I believe. President Weatherall has asked me to initiate a health program for fifth grade students at the charter school down in the Seminole Reservation in Lake Okeechobee, Florida. But in Orlando, they're having a youth conference where the majority of students from the school would be attending this conference. So I get a chance to go down there and implement this program that's focused on diabetes, obesity, and general health guidelines for these kids, and just helping them change their lifestyle and just have a little more healthy approach to everything they do. So it should be fun.
What types of things are you taking from your classwork that you'll try to implement with these kids?
Oh, a lot. My major is exercise science. I'm pre-med student, so a lot of what I learn has to do with keeping your body healthy, what right foods to eat, how metabolism works at different ages and things like that. So I'm going to be able to use a lot of the material I've learned in class, some different exercises, different ways to look at different diseases that may occur within the Seminole tribe population. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting to use some of the material I've learned and actually apply it to real life things.
Do you find that some of these younger students and younger kids really seem to listen more when it's a student athlete that's talking to them more than if it's their doctor or parents trying to tell them to get in shape?
Absolutely. I met with some of the administrators from the school, and they said that they have health department people who come in and talk to the kids, but kids get bored. They don't really listen too much. But they said they feel that when a football player comes in, especially from Florida State, a school that those kids look up to and those kids want to go to eventually when they get college age, it should be very influential for these kids. And I'm excited to use that platform to be able to help.
There was a great article last week in Sports Illustrated about not only the balance that you have between your academics and athletics, but also about some of your future goals. One of the things that it talked about was the possibility of a Rhodes Scholarship. Tell us a little bit about that process, how that's going. Have you talked with Garrett Johnson at all as you've gone through this process?
The process is starting off, and it's starting off pretty well. I've written about 3 or 4 drafts, my personal statement. I think I have to do about 15 or 16 more, just try to shape it up, make it sound as good as possible, and get everything I want to get across. I talked to Garrett as soon as the article came out. I talked to him every day pretty much, and he gave me good feedback, said he liked it. And Joe O'Shea is another winner from Florida State who has offered his help as well. So the process has been going pretty smoothly. Got all my letter of recommendations done. Actually got one from the former athletic director Dave Hart, and and Coach Bowden has sent me one as well. So it's going along, and hopefully it's a goal I can be able to attain in the near future.
Do you find that you and Garrett have a little bit more of a bond, though, being that you're both student athletes, and that does take a little bit more time than a general student would be, and kind of the rigors of your day-to-day life, trying to balance the academics and the athletics?
Yes, Garrett and I have a great relationship, and we've always maintained that relationship. I met him on my recruiting visit here, and from the moment I met him, my parents said, this is a guy you want to emulate. It's a guy you want to follow. He's truly a role model because he is the epitome of a student athlete. He has balanced his academics and athletics to a degree that I've never seen before. And I just try to be as close and as similar as possible to Garrett because he's accomplished so much. And getting any advice from him and any help from him is just an added bonus to me.
Myron, I remember sitting down talking with you last summer when you just gotten back from your overseas study abroad trip. You said that there was going to be a little bit of catch-up trying to get on the field and work out where a lot of the guys had been working out. Do you feel that you're farther along this summer since you were here the whole time?
Oh, definitely. Watching film, I prepare myself. I watch film every night with my brother. We go and break down some of the things that we did last year on the field. And I look at myself, look at what I could have done better. And honestly, I get disgusted when I look at it sometimes, like, man, I should have done a lot better on that play. But it's good to look at it and really study. And then as far as the physical conditioning part of it, I didn't have that opportunity to work out as hard, as intensely there in London as I have the opportunity to do here. And so I feel I'm farther along physically. And I'm really ready for a good season. Personally, I feel I can have a good season. I feel primed to have one, but I feel our team in general, we're all just chomping at the bit, ready to get out there for 2 days and get this thing started.
Do you feel that there's been a little bit of, I don't want to say that you've been disrespected at all, but a lot of people have talked down about Florida State, that we're kind of in a little bit of a hole as a team, and being with your teammates. Do you feel that that's just extra motivation for you guys to go out there and really have something to prove early on this season?
Absolutely. You look at these preseason magazines, Florida State's not picked to win the ACC. And then, like I was telling Tony Carter yesterday, I'm looking at these college football preseason TV shows, and Florida State's not mentioned at all. It's USC, Georgia, Notre Dame. Notre Dame, a team that lost 9 games last year, still getting mentioned on these shows, and we're nowhere to be seen. So it is a little added edge, a little chip on our shoulder when we go out there and play. But we know that we have to get back, and it's not about trying to be like the teams were in the 90s. It's about being the best we can be. And if we do that, we have the athletes and the coaches here to do it. We know we can be successful. It's not about trying to restore or relive the dynasty errors. It's just about playing to our potential and not making silly mistakes and executing and playing the way we're capable of playing. And I think we'll be successful if we do that.